Welcome to Board Game Empire. We're going to be doing an overview and review of My Little Scythe by Stonemaier Games. So this is a game where you are trying to make the most achievements by putting your trophies, all 4 of your trophies, over on the achievement board. You can do that by delivering apples or gems to the castle, winning a pie fight, collecting 3 magic cards, accomplishing 2 quests,
having 8 friendship points.
Yes, or
8 pies.
8 pie points. Mm-hmm. And what is the last thing? The 2
lightning bolts.
Yeah, the 2 upgrades on your board. So there's many options. You only have 4 trophies you have to place. So there's 8 different choices. So that makes many different options that you have to win the game. So basically, you do this. You have the little twin characters for each of your base camps. You're going to be setting up the base camp based on, there's a tile you place in the middle, turn it randomly, then flip it over. Based on however many players they are, you would place them on these little tents, whichever base camps based on, we did a 3-player game. In a 2-player game, they would be here and here. Then it tells you what resources to place on the board around each base camp. Then you're either going to have your choice of move, seek, or make each turn. You can't do the same action twice in a row. You're going to be moving your little meeple, your action token, from one of the 6 actions you have a choice of. You'll have all 4 of your trophies here at the beginning of the game. And then you'll also get 1 magic card and a personality card. The personality cards just gives you a benefit in basically achieving one of the trophy requirements. Mine, I only had to deliver 3 apples instead of 4 to the castle. I think Anthony he had to deliver 3 gems instead of 4. And Quentin was in a pie fight. He got the trophy no matter what, right? Even if he lost.
Earn the trophy by using 1 or more magic spells or pies in a pie fight. Winning is optional, so he pretty much just have to use 1 magic spell.
Oh, yeah. So he just had to basically do a pie fight, and he would get to place his trophy there. So they just give you a little leg up on one of the trophies to help give you a boost, and then 3 of them you'd have to do as normal. So you're just going to be moving. If you move, you can either move 2 spaces for each of your characters, or if you're carrying something, which is if you're in a space with anything, you can only move 1. The portals are considered adjacent. That's one of your 2 moves if you move from portal to portal or portal to castle. However, you can only go in the castle if you're actually delivering the 4 apples and 4 gems that it requires. Unless you have those helper personality cards. When you're moving, you can choose to take these items with you, as many as you want. If you move into a space with a quest token, you would draw a quest card, and you could choose one of the 3 to do. The 3rd one is no thanks. You still get something, but that's not considered finishing it, so it would go to the bottom of the deck. If you complete 2 quests, you get to put your trophy over there. You only get to put 1 of your trophies in each of the achievements, so you can't do 1 multiple times to put your trophy over there. You gain friendship points if you are nice, and when you do the seek option, which is rolling the dice to determine which region the resources go, if you put 1 on an opponent's space, you get to move your friendship token up 1. You can move your pie token up by each time you rejuvenate, which is when you go back to your base camp. You can be sent back to your base camp when you deliver to the castle, or if you lose a pie fight, you go back to your base camp. But in this game, you always get something even when you lose. So, because you get to rejuvenate, which is move your action token off your board, so you could do any action on your next turn. Normally you can't do the same one twice. That would allow you to do that. And you get your choice of either a magic card or move your pie token up 2. And as you can see, the trophy is at the 8s on each of these tracks. So when you get to 8, you get to put your trophy up there. the make option. So the seek option is where you roll the dice in the colors it shows. Or you could do the make option where you're trading 2 resources to gain something else. The top one is 2 apples to move your pie up twice. The second one is 2 gems to collect a magic card. And the third one is a gem and an apple to collect one of these upgrades. You can only do each of these one time. You would just get the top 3 and select one, put the rest on the bottom. But they basically upgrade your move and your make actions, which is pretty cool. Quentin's the only one that was able.
Did.
Oh, you upgraded yours too?
Yeah, I'm the only one.
Oh, I thought you both did.
But there's one thing that I would like to say about the quest cards. There's always one good one, which is basically nice to other players or yourself. Always one bad one that's bad for other players, but you always lose 2 friendship. And there's always one where you can just decline it.
Right. So if you're mean on that one, if you choose the meaner option, you're going to lose friendship. And if you get down in here and the 2, 1, or 0, you can never go below 0. You can't place a trophy when you're down in this region. So you kind of want to keep your, it's a quick game, so you want to keep your friendship 3 or higher if you can. Because how long did it take us, like 30 minutes?
30 minutes. As you can see, Anthony was pretty mean this game. He kept on attacking. It wasn't really helping anyone.
Yeah, they were doing a lot of pie. I don't think I ever initiated a pie fight.
No.
You initiated it one time.
Mm-hmm.
And so the pie fights is when you land on an opponent, you have to do a pie fight. Basically, you spend however many pies from the pie chart you want. And if you happen to have a magic card, you can also use those to add on to your pies. And the one with the most pies wins the pie fight. If there's a tie, the attacker wins. So, like I said, in a pie fight, you don't totally lose when you lose a pie fight because you go back to your base camp, so you get to rejuvenate, and you get to earn 2 pies or a magic card. Like Quentin was using that. That's kind of how he won the game. He was purposely initiating pie fights and losing on purpose so he could go back and gain 2 pies. Like he would bid 0 pies and then gain 2 pies. So he didn't lose it.
And then I kept on getting cards, so I was able to constantly. I could have won quicker if I caught on back. I could have just lost on purpose.
Right.
Another thing too, when you do win the battle, you also get to obtain the resources.
Yes,
Yeah.
if there's resources on that space, the winner gets to keep them. So it's a very simple game to.
And for each
learn.
battle that someone does, they lose 1 when attacking. So.
Oh yeah, were you guys going down on your friendship when we were doing that? I don't think you guys were doing that. Were you?
I don't think he did. I did.
Yeah, he didn't. So technically, you wouldn't have won.
I would have won.
Because
Yeah, I would have won next game.
you did it 3 different times.
Yeah.
So you would have been here. I don't think you did yours, so we messed up on that. But so I never initiated a battle. So
Yeah, I did once.
Quentin he initiated at least 3 or 4. But yeah, that's the downfall of initiating the pie battles. But again, there's so many other ways to earn the trophies. So even if you're going down, you could still earn your trophies other ways. Because he was going for the pies for the longest time.
Yeah.
But so as you can see, it's a pretty simple game. I don't know if a 6-year-old would be able to grasp it. Probably you would have to help them a lot because it's for 6+. It didn't feel like a little kid's game when we were playing it. So this would be a great game for a family.
Yeah.
When Quentin was younger, we played a lot of games, and there weren't any games like this that I knew of when he was younger that we found. Like we played this owl game called Who Was It?
Yeah.
Who was
That was
it?
a lot of fun. And so we bought all kinds of games to play with him, and we would have loved a game like this when he was younger.
Well, you remember I was a member on BGG since
Yeah.
2012. I literally researched games at that time.
Yeah, it seems like the cool kid games just started making them in the last couple of years. So
Yeah.
we would have loved to have this game when he was younger. We would have played it a lot. So I'm glad to see they are making games that will incorporate where the whole family has fun. Because some of those kids' games, especially back when I was younger, they were just brutal for the parents to have to play it. But
You play with rocks.
I did not play with rocks.
She played with this thing. It was called the Giggle Stick, and it make this noise called.
I grew up in the 70s. We didn't have cool toys.
Pet rock is a toy.
It's not a toy. It was a fad. They will not let me live it. I should have never told him I had a pet rock. It was a fad.
I told her I could just grab the rock from the outside.
I think that's what my dad said when my mom got me the pet rock. Why don't you just get a rock from outside and put eyes on it?
Then cheaper.
Anyway, it was a fad. So this would be an excellent family game. So we'll go on to our review. What did you think, Quentin?
I thought it was really cool. We're really bad at art. Obviously, we're not like art people, but we've tried to do some of it. But they do have a painting thing for people who are into it.
You mean you're bad at painting? Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. But basically, what I was trying to say is that they have a really cool painting thing where you can paint the characters and they have little references.
it's a guide.
Yeah,
it's not
guide.
the paint. It's just a guide to
Yeah.
show you what colors to paint it.
Yeah,
if
that's
you
what I
wanted
meant. But they have like you can basically like go off the guide and just like painted those colors.
to. Mm-hmm.
So that's really cool. I like the components. They're pretty cool. They look cool unpainted. They actually look like what the characters look like. Usually they look like little blobs.
Yeah, they have a lot of detail on them. So.
Yeah, sometimes it's hard to tell what they are.
Yeah, these have a lot of
Yeah.
detail in the characters.
I also really like these.
Oh, just the meeple tokens.
Yeah, those are cool. And the overall the components are really nice. These crystals.
Yeah, I really like crystals.
Yeah. Yeah, they're these little mini crystals, and then they have the apples. They definitely put a lot of thought into this game, you can tell. So, if I were to rate it...
What would you think about the mechanics, though?
Oh, the mechanics... I would say the mechanics are pretty fun. However, for a kid's game, there's a lot going on, it feels like. There's a lot going on at all times. There's a lot of battling. Well, normally. Can this game go up to 4 players or 6 players?
I don't know.
Because if you were like 6 players...
6 players.
Yeah, because if you were like 6 players, there'd be so many pie fights constantly.
Oh, yeah.
That would be so intense. Everyone would just be stealing each other's resources, and then one player would walk away with like 10 of these little crystal things. because this is just our set from the last game. We had 5 of these apples on this one space.
Well, that's from doing the Seek. We were doing the Seek. I kept trying to gain friendship with the Seek option, and it was I wasn't getting lucky.
No.
I was the complete opposite. I was getting super lucky.
Yeah, you were.
But overall, I would say this is a really fun game. For the audience, it's 4. I would rate this game... Like I would rate it for the audience, it's 4. I would rate it a 9.5. For the audience, it's 4.
Mm-hmm.
My turn?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right, component-wise, probably one of the best kid games that we've played as far as components. The miniatures are phenomenal, very detailed.
Mm-hmm.
I like the map also. Has enough detail, but it doesn't overwhelm, so it's inviting for kids. It doesn't look like it's a lot, because if you have some of the Euro games, with all the iconography and everything, it would just be overwhelmed for a kid to want to play it. So they did a good job on that aspect. So phenomenal components, like the card illustrations and everything. The little pie thing that you for your hidden attacks and everything. But great components. Mechanics, wow, this is really good mechanics for the age range it is. We would have had so much fun when he was younger playing this if it was developed. Because we constantly, I think it was like every month we were buying a game or something for a while.
Mm-hmm.
And then we pretty much it was a lot of research trying and a lot of bad games. I would say 80% of the games we played back then were bad.
I don't even remember the games that we played.
Yeah, it's a good thing.
We had some good ones though, that we found.
Yeah, we've spent a lot of money on bad ones. So.
I know. Did you get rid of the bad ones? Because I don't remember.
Yeah, we gave them away to Goodwill. Okay, so really good mechanics. Simple, easy to teach, learn. I do agree. I think this is more of a 7 to 8 plus as opposed to 6. Even with kids that have been playing board games for a while. So, but really cool mechanics. My favorite part is probably the pie fighting because, we could take each other's resources. So it teaches that aspect of the game where, a lot of the games where you battle and obtain other people's resources, which will continue on through other games. So.
Yeah, another thing that's cool about this game is a lot of these kids' games, they don't really have that much combat, really going on.
Yeah.
There's not really much going on. You're pretty much playing your own little game, whereas this game, it's actually like a battle to try and get the most resources. And you can really, destroy your opponents. If they have a lot of, resources on one space, you can just completely take all of them if you put a lot of pies.
Yeah, another thing that I really enjoyed is the ability to upgrade your actions. I think I should have utilized that a little bit more during the game, but really cool aspect of the game. I think that if there's more player, I think that would be more prominent. But in a 3-player game, it went so fast. I don't think it allowed us to do many upgrades.
Yeah, so. I think the make action. I think the make and the seek action would be really good for more players because with the seek action, you would constantly be rolling, and then there'd be a bunch of little mentors on the board, and you'd almost be guaranteed to get 1 or 2 friendship points each time you do a thing, unless all of them are on portals. So you'd be able to really easily get the heart one, and you would also be easily able to get this pie one because you can convert apples to pies.
Mm-hmm. So I like the upgrade part, and then pretty much that's the mechanics. Replayability, high replayability, because there's always something you can do in the game, between the upgrades, the battling, the collecting resources. I forget what these are called.
Magic cards.
Obtain magic cards to do different, pretty much for the battling, but also get you one of the goals. So high replayability. Overall total, I'm giving this a 9 for the age range that it is tended for. I think that this is a great game for that. I would say 7 to 8. Maybe some 6-year-olds might be able to, where you're able to teach it and they flow smoothly with the game. But 7 to 8, I would say it's more the age range, I think.
I think the biggest thing that stands out from the other kids' games is it's not repetitive. You're not doing do this, do that. You're actually doing instant actions where you're doing different things. Because a lot of the games, even some of the more complex games, you just do the same thing over and over until you somehow accumulate more points to finally do the things you want to do, and then it keeps on getting repetitive again.
Mm-hmm. So, what did you think?
Yeah, I actually enjoyed this game. It didn't feel like a kid's game to me. I mean, it was fun for adults too. Even though it's simple, it's fun, and it's a great way to introduce younger kids to the mechanics that if they enjoy games that they'll be playing in games for older kids. So they're learning a little bit of take that. They're learning to draft dice and resources. I mean, they're learning a lot of different things that normally you won't find in kids' games. They're now starting to, Little Everdale was a good one to teach them some of those mechanics as well. So it's
and Advil.
They're starting to come up with games to introduce younger kids to those mechanics, which I think is a good thing because some of the games nowadays, it's when you're just getting into board games, for us, we started out with Dice Boards was our very first probably complicated game, wasn't it, we played?
Kind of.
Wasn't that the first one we really played?
Yeah. Prior to that, I mean, we were always... When we met,
but we weren't playing complex games. We were playing, basic games.
I would say Dice Forge with the expansion was definitely complex. That's still complex for us now.
Yeah, that was.
That was probably our first introductory game that we. Well, there was one game I can't remember what it was. You and I played together. That you bought. It was a Euro game, but it was when Quentin was a baby.
Oh, Dominion.
Was that what it was?
Yeah.
Yeah, but before that, we weren't really playing complex games. We were playing more of your, mass market games, and so games have came a long way over the years. So I would give this game a 9. It's an excellent family game. For the whole family would enjoy it. And like I said, great way to teach younger kids the mechanics for the games they'll be playing throughout the years. So the components are amazing. I love the gems. Just Stonemaier always goes above and beyond on his components. And it shows in these miniatures. They're, even without being painted, they're very detailed, so it's obvious which one is yours. And plus, they have the little colors on the bottom. But I thought it was cool that he had the painting guide and suggested you go to your gaming store to figure out which paints you should get. So I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
It would look awful if I tried to paint these. It would not.
She does have a steady
It would
hand.
not come out. I do not have patience or a steady hand.
I have a steady hand, I just don't have the time.
But it would be amazing if you did have that skill. They would look even more amazing. So for those that can do that, kudos. I cannot do that. So.
No, you can't.
But did you guys have anything else you wanted to add? So hopefully you enjoyed this video. Hopefully this helped you to decide whether this is a game you'd want to add to your collection. We enjoyed it, and none of us are. Quentin's a teenager. He still enjoyed it. so please, we'd love if you give this video a like. Please feel free to leave a comment or question. We hope you're already subscribed, but if not, we'll hope you subscribe to our channel. Thank you for watching, and we look forward to seeing you next time.